Now, another way to assess the state of the travel technology ecosystem is by examining the areas in which we are building and focusing on. And this report right here was recently put out by the WTTC, the World Travel and Tourism Council, about their trends and themes to watch in travel technology. And of course, artificial intelligence is the top one on the screen there. And I think diving a little deeper, looking a little closer at these themes, they broke them into these four themes, which are digital technology, financial technology, fintech, future of mobility and transportation, and breakthrough technology and innovation. And for those who've been following me, and for those who've been fortunate to come to the Virtuoso Travel Technology Summits, you know many of these topics are topics that we and I have been talking about for quite some time now. Of course, artificial intelligence and the great commoditization of AI is something that really we've been talking about for almost 7 years now, since it became obvious what was going to happen next. Super apps and immersive technologies are things we've examined. I believe a lot in super apps outside the United States, and of course, as you've probably heard on my podcast, the Travel Tech Insider, I think it's going to play out a little bit differently in the United States and Canada. In the financialization of travel and travelization of finance space, of course, I've written a lot about that. And for those who read my stuff, you know that it's an area I think a lot about. And for those dealing with high net worth or people who have growing income, young people who are working their way up, and high net worth individuals, this is a really important sector to pay attention to, because the banks and financial institutions and all these other companies that are coming into the travel space, they're also companies that serve the same customers as those in our industry, who work with high net worth individuals. So paying attention here is really important for that reason. And of course, there's a huge opportunity to monetize and to solve consumer problems. The future of mobility is an area I've focused on a little less, but sustainable travel and future of aviation are both things we've highlighted at the Tech Summit and things that we have a lot of in kind of the Seattle area. So I'm very excited about those spaces. And in breakthrough innovation, the one that I focused on the most was quantum computing. But of course, Matthew Upchurch and Virtuoso were early adopters of space tourism, and nuclear energy, something I've believed in my whole life. So there's a lot of really exciting things that the WTTC is highlighting for us. And in addition to these, there's a number of other kind of themes and trends in travel technology that I personally think are really important, that I've covered in both in my writings and in our tech summits with Virtuoso. And those include the connected trip, and the idea that we want to build some ecosystem that allows us to share data much more seamlessly. And I think agentic AI and AI agents are really going to be able to be helpful there. Web3, which I'm a slow adopter of, but is coming back specifically in the payment space with stablecoin. The rise of the agency operating system, and there's been a lot of exciting things here. And of course, Virtuoso has built a really cool travel tech ecosystem with technology partners, and many of them are agency ecosystems and operating systems and other types of kind of fundamental technologies for the sector. Agentic AI, which I'll talk about more in a second. And of course, really focus on the importance of using technology to elevate the human connection. And the fact that the more technology we have in the world, the more we humans are going to crave connection and relationship with other humans, and trying to think about how to use technology to elevate that as opposed to getting in the way or replacing it.